Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Sharin no Kuni Himawari no Shoujo. And that's a tongue breaker right there. This visual novel was requested by nobody 11. He has a little apostrophe, a little thing up where the O would be in nobody. So nobody something 11. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm really sorry, but he requested this. I was looking into it, couldn't figure out how to run it, and now I figured it out. I found an amazing program to do so. And if you're interested, I will certainly point you in the right direction if you ask me in the comments about it. Because now I don't want to interrupt this recording for anything except my computer is breaking down or something like that. So yeah. And yeah, I'm doing it now. I'm playing Sharin No Kuni Himawari no Shoujo. It is from the same company as Akabe Softo. Akabe Softo 2. To be exactly, that's how they pronounce it. I don't know. And yeah, I think I gibbered too much in... Oh, there was a disclaimer in the beginning. This is, again, a game which is for adults. This is a visual novel for adults. And every character in it, according to the disclaimer, is 18 plus. And stuff like that. And there could be a lot of naughty pictures in it. So I don't know if I will cut it or if I let it in, but because nobody knows anything about me, I might as well don't cut it. So if you want to see some naughty stuff, just stay here. So yeah, if I get patted on the finger, then I maybe cut it out, but if not, it will stay like this, uncut, full on through this Let's Play. And yeah, good, I think this was enough. So yeah, every character is 18 plus, so no incest, no nothing. And by the way, it's art. It is freaking art. I really have to emphasize this. YouTube, especially for you if you're listening, this is art. Art is not supposed to be censored, and everything that, and it is totally in terms with your condition, because it is not only the full-on naughty things you can see, it is the meaning that is behind it. It is the shock value that progresses the story, and I believe it is very intentional that this has an important part of the story. Yeah, I'm only assuming this, and I'm hardly believing in this. So yeah, if you strike me, I will slap you. I don't know how yet, but I will slap you, YouTube. Anyway, here we go. Starting this off after 3 minutes of gibberish. Let's go. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Morita Kenichi. I love sci-fi novels and my older sister. Sad novels often mention a country known as Japan. Yeah, Japan and sci-fi novels. That's already great. You might already know about it, but I really do find it quite interesting. I do find it quite the interesting island. Oh yeah, Japan is an island. What exactly is so fascinating about it, you may ask? Well, for example, if you kill someone in real life, you must then bear the obligation of never having children. Oh, is that really so? Is that true? And of course, you are also placed under the care of those most intimidating, special, high-class individuals. But that's not how it works in Japan. Murderers are hanged there. Okay, I would sign that, more or less. Oh god, this is a hard topic, don't take this the wrong way. But seriously, if he is 100% proven a murder, you shouldn't let him free at any rate. So what you do after him with that, I don't care, as long as he is never ever a threat to anyone again. Alternatively, convicts may be confined to a correctional penitentiary for a decade or two. Life sentences are fairly common as well. These... Wait, I think I mixed this up here totally. These penitentiaries I refer to could be considered prisons or jails. Our country lacks similar institutions, so I find Japan's judicial system quite intriguing. Wait, if you kill someone, you must then bear the obligation of never having children, and of course you're also placed under the care of the... Wait, what exactly is the blah blah blah? For example, if you kill someone, blah blah blah, and of course you're also placed under the care of... But that's not how it works in Japan. Murderers are hanged there. Alternatively, convicts may be confined to a correctional pen. The auto life sentences are fairly common as well. These I refer to could be considered prisons or jails? Why would you find that intriguing? So, in the country you're living in, if you kill someone, you must bear the obligation, and of course, high-class individual. But that's not how it works. That is not even how it works in other countries. This is highly confusing from the very beginning. I'm really sorry, but I'm confused already. Could someone clear this up for me? On the one hand, I think he talks about Japan and how it goes there and how it's going in his thing. Well, for example, if you kill someone in real life. So I assume he talks of his own country where he is in right now. And then he starts to talk about Japan. So in his country... They have the obligation of never having children. Special high-class individuals take care of them because they are most intimidating. And in Japan, murderers get hanged or alternatively put into jail. So why do you find this intriguing? I mean, does that mean the murderer can run freely but and is supervised more or less? But is still free to do his bidding as he pleases, as long as he isn't caught? And in Japan, you are sure about that they are either forever in jail or get hanged in a tree, or something similar. Is that what I'm getting here? I hope it. These prisons are populated by the seediest louses around. Murderers, thieves, rapists. Honestly, they come across as criminal theme parks to me. For less serious crimes, like speeding, it seems that the perpetrator must simply provide the government with suitable reparations in the form of money. Hangings, penitentiaries, fines. Penitentiary. Those are some really hard words. I maybe should write down some of them. In contrast to our system of meticulously detailed punishment specifically tailored to each crime, Japan seems to cover every offense with one of these three, like most other countries I know of at least. But if they are putting them in jail for good, then I'm all in for it. Which raises the question of whether or not said methods are really effective means of rehabilitation. Then again, I don't know why we forbid murderers to have children either. But hey, some intellectual in an important position who waxed erudite about stuff like genetically inherited selfishness, the metaphysics of crime, and self-confrontations with the religious other created our laws, so who are we to complain? This is highly confusing hearts reality right there, more or less. So, oh god, I'm confused. People who live in Japan probably just follow their government's proclamations, I have really problems to read right now, without complaint too. So I guess it's not my place to speak out against their pre-established judicial customs. You just praised Japan, so you shouldn't do that. In the end, what it all comes down to is how you make a living, regardless of where you reside. It's all about how some jackass like me can proclaim his love for his sister to the world. Do you mean brotherly love to your sister? Or are you really implicating exactly what I think? And then the most important question would be, is your sister blood related to you? Or did your mother or father married a woman who had a girl of her own, so it isn't incest? But who am I to judge? Okay. In the near future, in a not so distant place. Roll credits, there's the title. Sharin No Kuni Hamavidi no Hamakari Hama. What? Himawari no Shuju. Okay. I had been walking for 6 hours straight with nary glance over my shoulder. Now there were a good deal of bus stops, even out in the country. You might even have been able to hitch a ride with a kindly old truck driver. However, my hometown could have been more appropriately termed the frontier than the country. Lush sunflowers surrounded me. The air in the mountains offered an exhilaration one just couldn't get from the air in the sky. I cast my eyes toward the sun. Oh yeah, the clouds. Classic. This is classic cloud watching. I made it. I took a deep breath. Whew. I rested on the gravel road beneath me. You're probably already aware of this, but excessive loneliness induces insanity. Oh, my man! He knows what he's talking about. Excessive loneliness induces insanity. Well, I'm not that lonely, but still, it's enough to driving me sometimes really loco. Anyway, so he is talking to himself out loud. That's what those things indicate for me. Take me, for example. When I was 7 years old, I was abducted by an old man who offered me candy. Oh god, he's a traumatized guy, okay. At age 10, I spent some time in the northern country, and there was the time I joined a cult when I was 13. What? When I was 15, I worked in an S&M specialty shop. I got plenty of hard M training there. Sadomaso? You got maso training? What the fuck is this game? Oh god, you knew this nobody 11. You knew what you set me up here for. I don't know if I like it, but I go on with it for now. It should be obvious at this point, but my parents are long gone. Of course, a protagonist with no parents cliché. My mother died immediately after giving birth to me. Her last words were, "Always eat your carrots and always drink your milk, a health nut to the end." How can you even remember that? You were just born. Thanks to her, I have a body of steel. Are you serious? I have a body of steel because of lots of carrots and milk equals body of steel. You know it now, if you didn't before. My father was a judicial clerk by day and a pro wrestler by night. Wow. Now let me tell you, judicial clerks lay the smackdown pretty intelligently. However, even legendary, invincible masked heroes have their limits. At the age of 38, he became a star amid the night sky after sacrificing himself to rescue a girl who had darted into the middle of the road. He died a hero. And the sad thing about heroes is that heroes will be forgotten at some point, but if you did a crime, nobody will ever forget. And that's really sad. I mean, you will, and yeah, there is the saying, heroes will be remembered and legends never die. But yeah, let's be honest, I'm neither a hero nor a legend, so I will be just forgotten someday. And not even remembered nowadays. Anyway, that got grim quite... Oh, did I already said that my hair's a little bit messy and my beard is not... My stubbles are not really shaved. But I couldn't wait after I saw that this is actually working to start it off. Having said that, here I stand today. I'm a man who has overcome cruel adversity, getting raped by an old man for candy, and cultists. Oh god. Various difficulties, compounded trauma, devious brainwashing, and the heartbreaking loss of his loved ones. Yep, this protagonist is straight up messed up in his head. I'm a superhuman who has transcended the notion of growth. What's more, I'm still young and fresh. I'm already 26 years old. Okay, well, such traits are expected from candidates for the position of special high-class individual. Wait. You adore Japan, but you want to become a special high-class individual to intimidate murderers to not ever have children. Eh? Now that I've gotten that off my chest, let's take a look inside this bag I've been lugging the entire way. This wondrous bag is fitting for a superhuman of my stature. A silver duralumin case. I took a rather ornate ivory pipe out of it and raised it to my lips. Huh? Smoking tobacco isn't a crime for students like me, as long as no one finds out. Though this ain't tobacco I'm smoking. It's straight up weed, or what is it? Are you a crackhead? Are you a weed smoke? What is this? You knew what you were setting me up to. What is this game? This is nothing like Katavash. No, I mean, this is nothing like, shit. What was this game? Devil of G-String. How was it called? Something Mao. Atenjo no Mao. Chenju Sanji. Whatever. Ah, here it came. 'Twas the awesome sensation of a downer. What? Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. I have no idea what it is like to smoke weed. I wanted to die. Why would you smoke it if you know that you have the wish to die afterwards? My consciousness gradually faded away. The clouds. I lay down on the field and gazed up at the sky. I kinda felt like closing my eyes. So the final exam is in my hometown, eh? Just what the hell is it going to be anyway? Well, whatever, speculating will get me nowhere, so I'd better rest while I have the chance. So let's get some sleep. And totally flop. By the way, I also sleep in a manner befitting of a superhuman. I can sleep in any situation. While I'm having sex, while I'm on the toilet, while I'm standing right up, while I'm just kneeling on the floor. Be it in the desert or on top of a glacier. Good night. I thought it would be nice if, when I woke up, it was in a country like Japan. And if, while I was sleeping peacefully on a comfortable bed, my older sister came to wake me up and proclaimed her love to me and wanted to do naughty stuff with me, especially the M out of S and M. Oh god, this is already so dumb. Exclamation mark! Question mark. Hello, plot! Can I somehow... Yeah, look at that wiggly. I must have been deathly tired. Oh, wait. There is something I want to... Display shortcuts. No. There must be a way to... There must be a way. What happens? Yes, I knew it. There must be a way to have the full image here. There's the plot. Now it's getting interesting, and I bet it is his sister. I must have been deathly tired. I had only planned to nap for a bit, but it seemed that I had been sleeping quite deeply, and I don't realize the girl right in front of me. When I woke up... Girl! Someone was staring at me. Are you in the pain? She started speaking to me like a human. Not really. But your body is quaking all over. Nah, that happens all the time. Is it an illness? I really have to figure a voice out. Actually, I wanted to try out. I think I trained a specific girl voice. Wait, let me try it. Hey, how's it going? I mean, could you please not be so mean to me? I would really like... It's really hard if you don't have a text to read on. Alright, I'm super kawaii desu, Neko. Oh god, I'm just talking gibberish now. I just roll with whatever comes into my mind, okay? I really try. Nope. She had noticed. But she simply pretended that she hadn't seen anything. My boner's popping out. I bet it's the boner. I bet it. It has to be it. As messed up as the game already started, it is the boner peeking out. Everyone had the same reaction each and every single time about my massive... and you would be? Feeling uncomfortable here. I am not suffering from an illness. Well, that's good to know. That was not what I meant. What are you doing all the way out here? Are you planning to leave town? If that's the case, you should probably reconsider. No, nothing like that. She was pretty fidgety. Perhaps she wasn't very good at speaking with others. Like me. I'm spacing out, basking in the sun. Actually, she has a high-pitched voice. I'm basking out. I'm in the sun, you know? That did seem to be the case. I see. Sorry to have bothered you. No. Good night. I closed my eyes once more. Yeah, there's a girl. Alright. Alright. Good night. I have nothing to say to you. But... She was flustered. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for someone. To do what? Someone? I wonder if they are actually going to come back. I doubt it would matter, even if they did. Even so, I really want them to return. Have you been waiting for them all this time? She fell silent. Perhaps? Who are they? Your boyfriend or something? Who are they? Oh, nailed it. Bullseye. Do you think they'll come back? If you're really waiting for that long of a time, I wouldn't count on it. Don't ask me. Sorry, I'm bothering you, even though you are ill. Don't worry about it. It seemed I had gotten myself into a fine pickle. I don't think your boyfriend is going to come back. At least, I don't think he'll come back to this town. You think so? It's because we're out in the boondocks. Yep, nobody wants to live out here. You are an adult, aren't you? I wouldn't say that, but what do you mean? Because everyone else tells me that he'll definitely come back. Does it mean you are not an adult? I have to say, I'm not sure what the disclaimer said, to be absolutely honest. So maybe I just made that up. Even though he might have died, they still say that he'll come back. You have good friends. You should listen to them, not a stranger like me. And a weirdo. Okay. She didn't sound very convinced. Well, let me tell you something pointless, okay? ... If you keep this guy in your thoughts, then you might be able to meet him again someday. Of course, I wasn't talking about a miracle. Thank you. Well then, I'm gonna get back to sleep. If you're in pain, should I guide you to the town? No thanks. But... And he's sleeping again. Somehow her voice had elicited a sense of nostalgia. It was kind of pleasant, as my consciousness was slipping away. Ken-chan. I felt that she called me that. Nope. My lips felt wet. It's raining, right? I slept well because my lips are wet. I felt pretty good. Alright, I think it's about time for the test to begin. I got some weed. I slept for a while. Now I can get on to the test. I stretched out. Hey! The girl from before lay collapsed in front of me. Okay. She didn't look too good. Huh? I examined her more closely and found that a water bottle was tied around her slender finger with a string, and my thirst had been quenched when I had woken up. So she gave me water while I was sleeping. She made me wet as soon as I bent down to pick her up. The badge on her chest entered my field of vision. It served as proof of her obligation. What? Prohibition of contact with the opposite gender, huh? In other words, her obligation was, do not fall in love. What? There is an obligation that tries to tell you not to fall in love? What is this for a messed up country? You can't control who people love and don't love. This is impossible. Thanks to that, I found myself unable to touch her. Why? You see, said obligation forbid any bodily contact with the opposite gender. If she were to touch someone else, it would be a crime. If someone else were to touch her, it would still be a crime. In either case, the perpetrator would be sent to a concentration camp. What? Are we in Nazi Germany? What the fuck is this? This game has every cruel worldwide trope about totally obscure laws and rules. What? The only men who were allowed to touch this girl were
Morita.
Old man? Hozuki Masaomi, sir. It's been a while. Special high-class individuals like old pops here who had just arrived on the scene. Sir, this girl... Volkal takes priority. He just stood there, ignoring the girl's vague breathing. He could not have failed to notice just how hot the ground around him... The ground where that girl... What? He could not have failed to notice just how hot the ground around him, the ground where that girl lay, was. It appears you are the only cadet to arrive on time. Sir, please, I'm afraid this girl is going to come down with heart stroke. Heat stroke, I mean. The eyes that shone deep within his chiseled visage shot me a glance. He clearly did not intend to listen to me. This special high-class individual final exam will now begin in an open field with sunflowers, and you don't even have to come to my office. I come to you, and then I ask you questions, and if you answer them wrong, you get obligated to some stupid shit. Instinct compelled me to a position of attention.
四方を山脈が包む盆地であり、土地面積は600平方キロメートルほど。その 70% ほどを山林が占め、15% が畑地だ。人口は約1万人。
The location is this town. The area measures 600 square kilometers, and it is fenced by mountains on all sides. 70% of the area is occupied by mountainous forest territory, and 15% is occupied by farmland. The population is around 10,000. Like the girl had said, this was the Boondocks.
土地柄的かつ歴史的な意味合いから、義務を負う非構成人が多く在住している。
Because of the town's unique history and local, a profusion of those bearing obligations resides here.
試験期間は無期限とする。以上。何か質問は
The examination will last for an indefinite period of time. Do you have any questions? So the test runs indefinitely and he is in the group but not really in it? You call this an examination? But what am I actually supposed to do?
学園へ編入し、現地住民と生活しろ。
Well, that's something I would like to do as a job. Just live my life and have no real responsibility. Enter the school here and live together with the citizens. That's all?
他に質問は
Do you have any further questions? He wasn't going to give me any details. Well, if that was the way the cookie crumbled, then so be it. Understood. Then this girl.
分かっている。
I know. He had always claimed that he knew everything about me.
知り合いだな。
Is she an acquaintance of yours? We've just
関
met.
係は
Your relation? We are lovers. What? You just said that you can get into deep trouble if you do something like that. Are you mocking him?
嘘をつくのが上手くなったな。
You've gotten better at lying. Oh, you've learned from the best. Thanks to you. Oh god, they know each other already. Oh god. What is this game? What is this novel?
しかし、
However, I think I changed his voice like 3 times.
本当に恋人なのだろう
You are actually lovers, yes? No. He drew a step closer.
名前を知ってるな。
Do you know her name? Who knows? There was no way that I could have forgotten it.
正直になれ。こうやって無駄話をしている暇があるのか
Get serious. Do you really have the time to stand around chatting? He had a point. Well, she's not allowed to fall in love, but what about only physical education? Wait, physical exercise, I mean. Sexual physical exercise. That's... Well, most of the time you can't separate it, but there are people who can separate it, and I would think he is such a guy. Her name is Hinata Natsumi. She's a childhood friend of mine. I'm telling you the truth. Totally not. He's lying, this asshole.
よかろう。
Very well. He asked no further questions. At that moment, a woman that I recognized arrived.
ただいま到着しました。
The next love interest approaches. I mean, the next plot. I mean, whatever. I have... Oh god. I have arrived, sir. She was one of my fellow cadets. She looks a little bit young, doesn't she? We had only met once before. Okay. A little bit close. But let's take a closer look anyway. Okay, I mean, it's an anime character. You can't tell if she could very well be 30 years old and still looks like that. But of her looks, she's at least high school, and I would say everything I see here I consider 18 plus, no matter how they look like, and unless they tell me otherwise. I believe her name was Nagumo Eri-san. She was the most promising cadet among the current candidates for the position of special high-class individual. Anyone active in the field of law certainly had heard of her. Even though she was quite young, well, I was younger than she was. Okay. Anyway, she was considered a genius when it came to law. I had never beaten her when it came to academic test scores, practical examinations aside.
昼夜を問わず歩いてきたのですが、途中水害で氾濫していた川に出くわしてしまいまして。
I walked all day and night, but I came across a flooded river on the way. So... you are better in the physical, practical stuff, and she is more the intellectual one? I see. So we were the only ones who had made it to the final exam. I hope we could work together to make it out of this. Her body spasmed for an instant, then crumpled to the ground like a marionette with its strings cut. Her body convulsed twice, and then she spoke no longer. The whole thing was somewhat odd. A thick wet liquid spilled out from her head and dyed the stems of the sunflowers around us. What? Did he straight up murder her? Dot dot dots, a lot of dots. Hey, she was dead. Oh no fucking shit, Sherlock. A person right in front of me. She was late, so what? What kind of a sick game is this? What kind of sick game is this? Okay, I'm trying to be as sick and totally cool as he is, and I just will respond. She was late, so she deserved it to be shot in the head. No, I can't do that. I have to go with what the fuck. No, this is the only one with text in it. So I go for the fucked up thing. My throat went dry. At least you are not totally unfazed. Hozuki, sir.
すぐ無駄口を叩くのがお前の欠点だ。
Being quick to engage in pointless chatter is one of your weaknesses. This wasn't pointless chatter. I'm well aware of just how strict of a person you are. He was a level-headed leader who would not hesitate to kill anyone who broke a law or disobeyed an order. However, can I say one thing? I shifted my field of vision downward. That yellow ribbon looked good on her, just as it always had. What? A yellow ribbon? What was the yellow ribbon? Oh, fuck it. Fuck it. It's just... Wait. Wait, what? Just as it always had. If anything happens to her, I'll kill you. Wait, that yellow ribbon looked good on her, just as it always had. If anything happens to her, I'll kill you. I'm not bluffing. You do well to remember that. I left without looking back. Wow, did he just threaten a man who shot someone in front of him right this minute to murder him if he kill a certain girl? Which girl does he even mean? Does he mean the one girl who collapsed on the floor and is still lying there getting a heat stroke? Or the girl he just shot in the head and is dead? At the dawn of summer, I had returned here after 7 years. To the sunflower-enclosed town where the traces of my innocent dreams remained. Akabe Soft 2 presents a fucked up game with a totally insane, crazy, violated, drug addicted, depressive downer who wants to live in Japan but also lives currently in a fucked up country. Sharin No Kuni Himawari no Shouju. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the prologue of the game. And it's fucked up. It's pretty fucked up. Chapter 1. Special High Class Individual. And I'm going to leave the very first episode right here. I hope you enjoyed it so far. I don't know what I think about this right now. I will go with one more chapter and see if this floats my boat or not. But so far, oh, it's so weird. It's so super weird. And, anyway, hope you enjoyed it so far. Leave a like if you did. And I will hopefully see you in the next episode. And hopefully, no Buddhi 11. Leave a comment why you wanted to obligate myself to this. And anyone else who wants to comment on this, please feel free and tell me what you think. Because I don't know what to think about this. And so yeah, stay tuned for more on this channel. And probably even from this novel. I am out of here.